Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. To make this crisscross or twisted bubu, you have to determine the length you want this bubu to stop. Determine the length of this bubu will help you get the front extension correctly. I'm going to be using organdy, 3 yards of organdy to make this bubu, and I've folded 1 yard into 2. Okay, right now I am going to mark my starting point, which is where all my measurement will start from. And after marking my starting point, the next thing is for me to mark out my shoulder line. My shoulder is 16 divided by 2, 8, and I'm marking it right now. So after marking my shoulder, the next thing to mark is my neck width. My neck width is 3 inches. And my neck width, my neck depth is 1.5 inch. And I'm going to use my free hand to connect the dots. So this is where my shoulder stopped. To determine where I want the sleeve, my sleeve length to stop, I'm going to mark 16. That is from my shoulder to 16 inches. I've marked it and I am marking 1 inch right now for my shoulder slope. After marking it, I'm going to connect it back to the neckline as shown. Right now, to determine the wideness of this sleeve, I have to mark 10 inches because it's bubu, it should be free. You can see me marking it. I marked 10 inches and I'm using my ruler to connect the dots and also connect this from the center to the side. And right now, I'm going to be using the biggest part of my body to mark my body measurement, which is my hip. So divided by 4 is 11, and I'm going to be marking 11 inches right now, and also 5 inches for my ears. It's going to be free because it's bubu. If you want yours to be 2 inches or 3 inches or 4 inches, it is depends on you. Right now, I'm going to mark it, and after marking it, I repeated the same thing on the down part in order to get the line correctly. And I'm going to determine where I want this bubu to stop. I want it to stop at the 30 inches. So I've marked it. Right now I'm going to use my ruler to connect all the lines. After marking this, right now I'm going to make this my armhole curvy. We'll give it a good shape, right? Instead of straight, you can see. All right, I'm going to cut every area that I do not need out. And this is the back. Right now I'm going to remove this back and bring in the 2 inches organdy that is remaining, like I explained earlier. And another thing right now is to get the extension of the front. I've already gone ahead to fold the material into 2. To get this extension, the front extension, you have to get your back, the back you have already cut out, and measure it from the shoulder down to the length of this bubu, where you want your bubu to stop. After measuring the length, you measure the width, that is from the arm, from where your sleeve stop to the neckline. Okay, once you measure it, add it together and use your tape and measure the material you want to use to make the front. Once what you added together is the same thing, then place the back on top of these 2 inches I place right now. That is it. After placing I've already gone ahead to place the back. You can see the sleeve side is facing the shorter side, while the front is facing the longer part. That is where our extension will start from and get to the end of this material. Right now, marking my V-neck line. I marked it straight, so later I adjusted my top this way to mark it. It's because I don't want my boots to be showing. Right now, I'm going to pick up the back neckline and fold it as shown. You can see what I'm trying to do. I've folded it and then use my ruler to hold it down in order to rule a line there for my V-neck line. You can see what I did. So after this, I am going to use my chalk to connect this line down to the length, down to the end of this extension, which I have already done, and cut out the unwanted areas. I'm going to show you how I did it. See, I've cut out the hands. You can see the sleeve. I've cut out the sleeve, sorry. I've cut out the sleeve. See the neck. This is the front. This is the back. This is the back. You can see the back is on top of the front, right? And this is the front. This is where the extension started, and this is where it's going, and this is where it ends. This extension, after adding up the length, okay, I added 2 inches for joining. All right, and right now bring in the back. I'm trying to arrange it properly so that I can bring in the front. This is the front, one of the front. I'm going to pick one of the fronts and place it on top of the back, facing each other. All right, that is front and front facing each other. Right now, the next thing to do is for me to join the shoulder. You can see this looks like a wrap. See, from the extension, I've already gone ahead to use my pin to pin it. And right now I'm going to go back to my sewing machine and sew the shoulder. You can see I've sewed the shoulder. After sewing the shoulder, I also fold the sleeve. You can see, and join the sides together. I repeated the same thing on the other side. Next thing to do is for me to use my iron to iron it. So after ironing it, the next thing to do is to get these 2 extension this way, that is front facing each other. You can see what I'm trying to do. Make sure the both fronts are facing each other before going to your sewing machine to sew the tip by 1/2 inch. You can see what I'm doing right now. Okay, after sewing it, which I have done, I will fold it together this way. I folded it together. Right now, after folding it together, the next thing to do is to hold it this way as shown and twist it. Make sure you're using the front to do this. You can see what I'm trying to do. Twist it once this way and find the midpoint of this edge where I'm trying to open right now. Find the midpoint and also find the midpoint of the back neckline and place it this way. Then use your pin to hold it. And after using your pin to hold it down, and you start from your neckline to sew it until you couldn't sew anymore. That is from your neck down to the length of this boubou until you couldn't, and also fold the back seam and side seam. Okay, and this is the final look of this twisted boubou. And if this video is helpful, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Thank you. Bye.